So, the Nollie backside shove. This trick just feels so strange to me. My front foot just does not want to go with the board, as you can see. So I started concentrating on trying to get that front foot on the board and just working that without trying to commit too much of landing and getting the back foot on as well. Eventually, after doing this, confidence come. As you can see, I started to get 2 feet on the board, but was lacking the rotation, full shove. And then eventually, the more I tried this, I was getting more and more comfortable, started to get the shove more round, along with both feet getting on the board. And it was starting to feel a lot more comfortable and not as strange as it was at the beginning. So, it was time to try them moving. And as soon as I started them moving, it started to feel strange again, and I was really struggling to get that back foot back on the board. So, I took a break from them. I thought I'd do a frontside nollie shove, which I find a lot easier, just to see if this helps me to get the backside. I'm not sure why I find this one easy, because it goes behind you, but for some reason I just do. So after the nollie shove it, didn't take too long before I eventually got both feet on the board. But then, bam! I was not expecting to get on the board though. I tried a few more, but that bail just seemed to rock my confidence. So I gave it a bit of a break and went to work on a different trick. I moved on to the backside 180. This is a trick I'd given up on. I tried it, I couldn't get it, I was getting nowhere near, and I just thought, one of those tricks I'm not going to get. But here, I did feel a hell of a lot more comfortable doing them, which I think is duly part of me learning the Nollie backside 180. I think this has helped greatly. At first I was struggling to get round fully, as you could see, but the more and more I tried it, the more I started to get round more and complete a full 180. And I need to pick up the speed on the trick, but given the fact of how bad they used to be, I'm pretty happy with how quickly I got these and how quickly I actually committed properly to it, because it was a trick I used to struggle to just commit to because I was going backside and couldn't see, going blind. So yeah, a lot of room for improvement, but at the same time there has been a lot of improvement. So quite happy with this one, quite happy indeed. The next trick I wanted to try was a shove it no comply. This one seemed a little bit weird in my head, so I just started off by trying it with just a 1 foot and jumping onto it before moving on with 2 feet but still staying stationary. But then when I tried it with 2 feet and doing it stationary, it seemed a bit easier and didn't seem as confusing as I first thought it was going to be. So it was time to get that trick moving. Here are a few moving attempts, and when I started with a bit of momentum, I found that I was struggling to keep the board near me. As I was doing the shove it kept trying to want to shoot away from me. It's something I'm going to have to work on. I think I did get a couple, if you can count them, I'm not sure, but in my mind I think I've got a couple. It's just hard to control the board and keep it near me. I think once I get that sorted, this trick will be quite easy and I should land it near enough every time and get them a hell of a lot neater. So now I tried a few other tricks. I wanted to go back to the Nollie backside, shove it and see if I can do any better with it. And you can see at first I was still struggling with it, it was still playing on my mind a little bit, but then I did this one real slow, snail pace, where I pretty much stopped, but I got both feet on, and that was the turning point. From then on, I started to gain a little bit more confidence, get my feet on the board a little more often, and just seemed like it was coming together a little bit. Finally, I rolled away with my first Nollie backside shove it. Wasn't the prettiest, not going to win style points, but it was a Nollie backside shove it. The first one I'd ever done. It was still feeling a bit strange and a bit weird, but I was finally starting to land a few and roll away. So for the final trick, people say I've got half decent half cabs, so I thought I'll take that to the next level, and why not try some full cabs. So here's my attempts at those. So with the full cabs, I didn't really have much time to give them a proper go. I just threw a few around and then did a couple of half cabs and reverts just to get a feel for it. I'd set my stall out that I had 20 minutes for each trick because I had to get back home, but having to revisit the backside Nollie shove it ate into the time for the full cabs. And that's it for this week, guys. Cheers for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and see me try some new things and getting out of my comfort zone. And until next week, like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys, as I said, next week.